the Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash. Onto the racetrack, the fastest 4 Limited Sportsman qualifiers will race for 4 laps. Our first event this evening. On the pole in car number 9, 4th fast time, it's Jim Cruz. Cruz in car number 9. Alongside the bottom line outlets, car number 9, car 73, Randy Sword. The second row, a 4-time, I believe, feature winner this year in car number 70, Joe Hill. And alongside your fast qualifier again tonight, in car 74, the current point leader, Ken Sword. Kenny Sword in 74. So again, your fastest 4 Limited Sportsman qualifiers are going to go round and round for 4 laps to determine the winner of the Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash. So we're told that the pill drawn by the fast qualifier Ken Sword to determine the lineup for the feature was a 16. That means the 16th fast qualifier will start on the pole this evening. Okay, Randy Sword slips off the 4th turn, and we're going to have a false start. Whenever we have don't get the cars lined up the way they need to be, we'll get the white flag back out this time. Okay. Okay, one more time. We'll give him a chance again. Cruz and Sword not staying lined up well enough off that 4th turn. Okay, I'm getting some alterations on my time, so if you wrote down those fast 8, I'll give you the updated fast 8 in here immediately following this event. Back to racing, the Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash. That's Jim Cruz leading the 4 cars down the backstretch, or the 3 other cars actually. Cruz the leader in the final. Lumina. Car 73 is Randy Sword. He's second. Sword drops the tires off the pavement in turn 2. And Cruz gets away just a little bit. Jim Cruz still the leader. Cruz a past track champion in the street stock division here. He has 1 Trophy Dash victory so far. Now Ken Sword has made his way around Joe Hill. He tries it, and Sword, Kenny, works below brother Randy in turn 2. They'll have a good race. Your winner will be Jim Cruz. Finishing second is Randy Sword. 3rd, Kenny Sword, and 4th, Joe Hill. So your winner is 2nd victory in a Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash, Jim Cruz. Okay, the alignment for the first Limited Sportsman heat race. On the pole in car number 1. Car number 1, I don't know if that's 1 or 11. I guess 1 we'll call it. It's Bob Gruball. And beside him in 65 is Mike Matthews. I always get these 2 Matthews brothers confused. I feel bad about that. Yeah, Mike Matthews, that's right. The second row, Ron Holbein Jr. in 3, and Bobby Bocook, the OOK in 77. Then comes John Matthews in 23. Tim Rowenbeck in 80. 01 is Jerry Buck, and 37 George Glick. So that's the lineup. for this, the first limited sportsman heat race. The distance. That's Bob Gruball, the leader in car number 1, but now Holbein trying to make a challenge in car 3. Down the backstretch of lap number 1, Gruball slips off the second turn. Bocook moves his Lumina to the outside. And your new leader is Bob Bocook. Bob had a unfortunate incident. He blew a motor here about a month ago. This is his first time out since doing that, Bob Bocook. Bocook blew that engine back on June 26th. This is his first time back out. Gruball runs second. Bocook with a big advantage. He'll complete lap number 5 this time. Now George Glick tries to get around Bob Gruball for a runner-up spot. And George Glick, a veteran driver here at the Speedway, is in second. Moves up to second spot. And we got a yellow. Ron Holbein Jr. Looks to be an engine explosion in a big way. And we see which would be this Wednesday. This coming Wednesday evening, the Skull Bandit Coca-Cola Monroe Shocks Ohio Invitational 100 at Midvale Speedway over near New Philadelphia, Ohio. They'll have back racing. 5 laps are complete, and this the first street or limited sportsman heat race. George Glick makes quick work of Bob Gruball. He is now your runner-up. George Glick in 37. And we got a spinner. In turn number 4. Back to racing action, still 5 laps down. We lost George Glick and also Matthews. So now Bocook remains your leader. Tim Rowenbeck pulls his white number 80 into that runner-up spot. That's Bob Gruball in car number 1. No white flag bed sheet time this time around. Starter Jim Paul. Bocook with 2 heat race victories so far. Rodenbeck trying to make a run on him, but I don't think he's going to come up a little short. The winner is Bob Bocook. Coming home second, Tim Rodenbeck. Third goes to John Matthews, and fourth was Bob Gruball. thusly. Starting on the pole in car number 10, his second appearance, I believe, this year, it's Steve Scott. Steve Scott in 10. Flanking him in 66. And that Ford Thunderbird, the driver is Paul Baker Jr. The second row in car 02, that's Charlie Osborne. And beside of him, in 29, Bob Justice. The next row in 76, it's Buddy Townsend. Then comes 20, Mike Brown. And 25, Jimmy Kidd. 8 laps for the second Limited Sportsman Heat Race. Baker with about a half car length advantage in turn 3. Steve Scott still on the inside. They'll complete 2 laps this time with Steve Scott. And by a nose. Again, Baker races him into turn 1. Bob Justice runs third in car 29. Justice sideways, but he hangs on to the leaders. Still Baker refuses to give up on that high groove. Halfway this time. Now Justice moves into second. He goes after your leader. The winningest heat race winner this year moves underneath Steve Scott for that top spot in this heat event. Bob Justice, your leader. And Jim Kidd, Mike Brown bring out the caution flag. Okay, 5 laps complete. We'll get a restart. Reverted back to the previous completed green flag lap at that time. Steve Scott was the leader. We'll see if Justice can make his way around in the next 2 laps. Justice now with the advantage. The white flag this time. Paul Baker Jr. now makes his way inside of Steve Scott for the runner-up spot. Be your winner, his 7th heat race victory of 1993, Bob Justice. Paul Baker Jr. comes home second. Third goes to Steve Scott. Buddy Townsend was 4th, and Charlie Osborne rounded out the top 5 in that heat race. With a Ford pickup truck, NG35NJ, that's NG35NJ, a white Ford pickup truck. Your lights are on. $2,800. That's a 2, an 8, and 2 zeros. And we're going to go down trackside to see if Lonnie Gold Rush will go after that big bonus. Jerry Nuckles down there at the starter stand.
Hey, is this a neat night to go racing or what? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a very neat night. While I'm on here talking, I'd like to thank my family and my sponsors, Bob Evans Restaurants, Cam Carr, MW Race Transmission, Speedway Engineering, and my crew for putting up with me and putting such a nice car underneath me on a regular basis.
Well, I'll tell you, that thing's been a bullet the last couple of weeks. What's going on? What's causing this?
Well, really, the car's just been working good all year, and we just had a little luck the last couple of weeks. We came down here and tested, and we really didn't change much of anything. We just decided that the car was as good as we thought it was, and we got a little lucky.
Well, you've done a great job. Well, listen, we're going to ask you the big question now. You know, this deal pays $5,000 to win. And you are scheduled to start, I think, outside pole? Uh-huh. And the question is, are you willing? Are you going to go for the gusto and go for the extra $2,800 from Clark Oil Company, or are you going to let somebody go for $3,000 next week? You tell me right now.
Well, all you folks should have to drive one of these things once. By unanimous vote of my family and crew, we're not going to take the challenge.
Everybody on your feet. Boo! Trophy dashes, we take the fastest 8 qualifiers, split them in what we call a staggered manner, and start them in 2 4-lap trophy dashes. These 4 cars, along with the 4 cars that will be out in the next trophy dash, are already locked in to tonight's John Nuckles Memorial. Quickly, the lineup. Lonnie Rush starts on the pole from Pickerington, Ohio. Alongside in 26, that's Bill Cantley. The second row, Bobby Edwards in 7, and Roger Black, your fast qualifier, in car 29. 4 laps. Rush the leader down the backstretch. Bobby Edwards is second. Edwards was your 3rd fast qualifier tonight. Motors away in that white 83 car, the Bob Evans Camaro. The Jasper Camaro, Jasper engine Camaro is second. The white flag this time. Roger Black is 3rd. Bill Cantley 4th. White flag. The winner from Pickerington, Ohio, Lonnie Rush. Bobby Edwards comes home second, finishing 3rd. Roger Black, and 4th, Bill Cantley. Races following this event, and the first 4 finishers, you got to finish 4th or better in each of those 3 heats to earn a spot. The rest of the cars go to the B main, and then there's only 4 cars transfer out of the B main. Okay, the lineup from New Carlisle, Ohio, in car number 11. Dick Dunleavy Jr. Dunleavy will have the honor if all these cars are able to start this evening, and we assume they will be. Dunleavy will start on the pole in tonight's 100-lapper, alongside in car 92 in this event, your 1992 John Nuckles Memorial winner and 92 track champion Donnie Renner. The second row in car 21. John Ballow, the current point leader, and starting last, your 2nd fast qualifier this evening, Mike Ward. Your fastest 4 qualifiers in the 2nd 4-lap trophy dash. go after Dunleavy. Halfway this time. Any headway on Dunleavy. And the winner, Dick Dunleavy Jr. Fallow hangs on for second. Mike Ward comes home third. And your fourth place finisher, Donnie Renner. Dunleavy's 1993 Ford Thunderbird, owned by Tony and Butch Rigney, sponsored by Kansas City Life Insurance, Fast Racing Engines, D-Berg Auto Body, W&W Automotive, and Penstroke Video Productions. Late model heat race. By the way, there are 7 cars inverted in each of these heat races. That means, for instance, that Carlton Smith is the first car, the fastest car qualifier in this heat race. He just missed the mystical, magical top 8. He qualified 9th, Carlton Smith did. And so he'll have to make his way through this heat race, finish in the top 4 to earn a spot into the 100-lapper. Okay, quickly the lineup. Car number 59 on the pole from Columbus, Ohio. It's Burgess White. White in 59. Outside, number 39, another Columbus driver. The name is Randy Maynard Jr. Row number 2, a former track champion here at the Speedway. I believe back in 1985, but don't hold me to that. From the Columbus area, it's Don Wetnall. Wetnall in 81, his first appearance of 1993 at the Speedway. Outside, in car number 53, the driver is Mike Miller. Mike Miller in 53. Okay, inside in the third row, in car number 4, Mike Denny. And alongside of Mike Denny, in car number 9, the driver is Danny Eves, E-A-V-E-S, Danny Eves in 9. In row number 4, your 9th fastest qualifier, Carlton Smith, the winner of the Firecracker Championship a month ago. And alongside in car number 16, Mike Simpson. And finally on the tail, in car 66 from Pennsylvania, Jason Mignon. Jason Mignon in 66. So we'll get the white flag, which signifies 1 lap before we go racing, this time by. Everybody fighting for the top 4, a top 4 finish here in this event. Racing laps. That's Burgess White, the leader in 59. Randy Maynard Jr. on the outside in car 39. Mike Simpson had a scare in the 4th turn. He gathered it back together. Back racing in car 16. Still Burgess White the leader. And a caution flag. Or no, not yet. Mike Simpson back underway in 16. I spoke too soon. Mike Simpson continues in 16. The leader is still Burgess White. Randy Maynard Jr. holds on the outside. That's Don Wetnall in 81. They'll be halfway this time. Now Burgess White's yellow flag. Randy Maynard Jr. and Carlton Smith bringing out that caution flag, both those cars to the tail on the restart. Burgess White still out front. That's Donnie Wetnall second. Danny Eves third. Running fourth, Mike Miller. Fifth is Mike Denny. That's Jason Mannion in car 66. Then comes Carlton Smith and Randy Maynard. 4 laps are down. We reverted back to the previous completed green flag lap. Now Danny Eves to the outside of Wetnall for the runner-up spot. Eves is second in car number 9. So I stand corrected. This is a 12-lap event. 12-lap event. Danny Eves, the new leader. And now Carlton Smith at the 5th spot. That's Mike Miller in the 4th spot. Burgess White second. Mike Miller is 4th. Carlton Smith 5th. 2 laps to go this time by. First heat race. Danny Eves the winner. Ended up being close for the 4th and final transfer spot. Let's see, Burgess White finished second, makes his way into the feature. Don Wetnall third. Mike Miller was 4th, so he transfers. Carlton Smith does not. In car number 19, he comes home 5th. But Carlton has to keep in mind that in the B main, which he will have to run, he will start on the pole because he will be the fastest car in the B main. In car number 9, that's Wayne, make that 91, 91, Wayne Watercutter. The second row, 64, is Bobby Fye, by the way. Fye's car is for sale. And beside him in 14, Scott Baker. Baker led the John Nuckles Memorial last year for about half the event before falling out. In the third row, car 67, that's Joe Hill. Joe Hill in 67 from Germantown, Ohio. Beside him, 77, Danny Brown. Then comes car number 52. 52, Craig Leist, and 90, car number 90, Ron Freebus, and finally, car 25, with no time tonight, Ted Johnson. So, 4 cars transfer in this 12-lap heat race. better. Meantime now, Scott Baker. Baker in 14. Looks for a way around your race leader as well. Here comes Baker from Akron, Ohio. The new leader, Scott Baker. And we got our incident down in turn number 4. So resetting the lineup on the restart. That's Scott Baker, Danny Brown. Running third is Joe Hill, and fourth is Craig Leist. 6 laps down, 6 remain. Now Craig Leist, he's not happy with fourth. He's trying to move on the outside. Leist in 52, on the move. And now Danny Brown. Danny Brown sideways off the fourth turn, brings out the caution flag once again. So now Ron Freebus, your final transfer car at this juncture. Freebus is fourth in car number 90. We'll see if Craig Leist moves back to that outside groove. 7 laps complete. The race for that 4th spot, a heated one, as Larry Harris moves to the outside of Ron Freebus. Scott Baker, the leader. And now Harris is fourth in car 47. Bobby Pye gathers it back together. He was way out of shape in turn 2. White flag this time around for Scott Baker. Joe Hill is second in. And we got a yellow on the Danny Brown scuffs up that paint over on the concrete. White flag this time for Scott Baker. Joe Hill has that second spot nailed down. Craig Leist settling in for third. And the winner from Akron, Ohio, Scott Baker. Finishing second in 67, Joe Hill. Third is Craig Leist. Your 4th place car, the final transfer into the main event, car 47, Larry Harris. Fastest 8 qualifiers, 4 cars from the first heat, 4 from the second heat. Now we need to get 4 more from this field. And it's a good one. Starting first in car number 5, Gary Estes. Alongside, I believe, Lansing, Michigan. What they're telling me is Harry Foote, F-O-O-T-E. The second row in car 301, that's John Klein. And beside him in 15, Mike Carroll. Next row, Terry Humphrey in car number 1 and Jerry Mitchell in 6. And finally in car 17, the driver is Rich Rohr, guy who's been on quite a tear at Midvale Speedway. Really fast over there. So 12 laps. Your first 4 finishers move on. Okay, false start. False start will get a white back out. Gary Estes off to a quick start on the backstretch. Laps to go. Estes sideways off the second turn, and Foote is your leader. Estes second, Mike Carroll third in car 15. They'll complete 2 laps this time around. Estes tries to duck underneath your leader in turn 1. Now the race for the lead. Estes moves underneath Foote for the top spot. John Klein and Mike Carroll currently hold down the 3rd and 4th spot. Jerry Mitchell is 4th. On the prow outside of Mike Carroll. The race for the lead. Estes on the inside. Humphrey beside him in the high groove. And now Estes with a flat right front tire. Jerry Mitchell is second. That's Terry Humphrey out front. beginning to close in somewhat on Humphrey. The white flag for Terry Humphrey. And the winner of the third heat race, Terry Humphrey. Jerry Mitchell finishes second. Third goes to Rich Rohr. And your fourth and final transfer car, Mike Carroll. So now we've got all but 4 of the qualifiers. And they will come out of the B main. The B main will be immediately following the street stock preliminary races. Qualifiers. Let's see, it's Don Townsend Jr. on the pole, alongside in 13, Dale Brown. Second row, Donald Parsons III, and outside fast qualifier tonight, Don Heavy Hill. These, by the way, are your first 4 competitors in the street stock point standings. I should say that that's just coincidence that they are the first 4 in the point standings. They earned their way into this event by qualifications earlier this evening. Don Townsend Jr. leads the parade. Dale Brown continues to ply his trade on the outside of Townsend. That's Donald Parsons third, halfway this time. White flag. Donald Parsons now looks to the inside of Townsend. Can't do anything with him in 1 and 2. Townsend leads him down the backstretch. And it'll be close. Look at that. Whoa. I'm going to have to wait for official scoring. Your winner, Don Townsend Jr. by a nub. Dale Brown comes home second. Donald Parsons third. And Heavy Hill finishes fourth. So the, let's see here, 6th Trophy Dash victory for Don Townsend Jr. He is now equal. Heat race, that's Randy Taylor in 53, Gary Lamer in 34. The second row, Randy Tharp in 47 and 98, Dean Stuckey. Then comes Tom Bond in 52, 51, Sandy Butcher, 72, Rick Honecker. 7 is Herm Huntley, 5 Daryl Dexter, and 3 is Jim Hersey. They'll race 8 laps. Dean Stuckey, the leader. Rick Honecker now second. outside of Stuckey for the lead. That's Daryl Dexter third in car number 5. Stuckey currently third. The outside group on Rick Honecker. They'll get the white flag this time. It'll be a close last lap. Honecker holds him off down the backstretch. And your winner, Rick Honecker. Daryl Dexter comes up second. Third is Dean Stuckey. And finishing fourth, car 47, Randy Tharp. So again, your winner, Rick Honecker. Up the third row, Mangus in 02 tonight. Then in the fourth row, that's Mike Schweier, Fred Hartzell. And rounding out the field, Mike Hamilton and Bruce Holmes. 8 laps. That's Don Holland in 79 trying to fend off Brian New. Bubba Parsons, Greg Wendell in hot pursuit. Bubba, the leader, Bubba Parsons, Ron Mangus in 02. Halfway. trying to track down Bubba Parsons. Meantime, a good battle for the third spot. Greg Wendell, Mike Schweier, and Mike Hamilton all slugging it out for the third position. I see the white flag in the starter's hand. I believe he's going to wave it this time by at Bubba Parsons. Third and coming for home, your winner, Bubba Parsons. Ron Mangus is second. Third, Greg Wendell. Fourth, Mike Schweier. And fifth, Fred Hartzell. Bo Davis will lead him around in car number 18. Alongside of him will start Herb Pennington. The second row in car 26, that's Scott Bowman, and scheduled to, wait a minute, hang on a second. Gotta restart or shuffle this here. Car 15's coming around now. Norman Ackerman scheduled to start third. That's Herb Pennington, the leader. Scott Bowman trying to make his way around Pennington. Bowman, a rookie driver in the street stock division. This is only his second race. That's Bill Huntley, third in car number 30. Huntley closes in on the leaders. They'll be halfway through this event this time by. Still Bowman tries that outside groove, but he can't get it done yet. Pennington, your leader. Makes the pass on the outside of Pennington, and Scott Bowman out front. Mayhem on the backstretch back there for that third through fifth spot. Meantime, white flag for Bowman. His second event ever here at Columbus Motor Speedway. He wins the heat. It's Scott Bowman, the winner. Second, Herb Pennington. Bill Huntley is third. Jamie Hunt fourth. And Dave Dysinger rounds out the top five. So we'll get the late model last chance race out here and get it underway. Completed to determine the final four starters in the late model feature. Model last chance race. Starting first in car number 19, that's Carlton Smith. Beside Carlton in 77, Danny Brown. These cars started the fastest toward the front. The second row, car number 4, Mike Denny, and 64, Bobby Fye. John Klein starts the inside of the third row in 301. Beside him is Randy Maynard Jr., car 39. Next up, car 91 is Wayne Watercutter, car number 70. Now they're telling me that is Harry Foote. Harry Foote from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Ted Johnson in 25. 16, Mike Simpson. 66, Jason Mignon. And 90, Ron Priebus. 4 cars, 12 laps. The late model last take that B main, the late model B main. finishers, 73, Randy Sword, 70, Joe Hill, 74 is Kent Sword, 23, John Matthews, 37, George Glick, 3, Ron Holbein Jr., 65, Mike Matthews, and car number 1, Bob Grubal. The Ches Round Oldsmobile pace car pulls off the racetrack over on the backstretch. We're ready for 35 laps of racing action. The Limited Sportsman John Nuckles Memorial. Jim Kidd off the pace. And Jim Kidd still moving. Now he stops, and then he takes back off. Skin pulled off that car. Steve Scott, Tim Rowan, Beck, and Bob Justice, your top 5 on the restart. Flag. This time Bob Bocook. Back out. He's down at least 1 lap. Randy Sword down at least 1 lap. Jerry Buck the leader. Second is Steve Scott. Bob Justice is third. That's Paul Baker Jr. in fourth. They'll complete lap number 4 this time. And Kenny Sword, your fast qualifier tonight, up to 5th spot, only 5 laps into this event. continues to lead, but now Ken Sward moves around Paul Baker for a third spot. They'll complete 10 laps this time around. Steve Scott nearly spins in turn 4, but he keeps it going. Still Jerry Buck, but now Ken Sward zeroing in on the 0-1 car. That's Paul Baker's third. Sward tries to duck underneath Buck on the backstretch. And now he does so on the front stretch, but we got a caution flag. And it's Tim Rowenbeck. Ken Sward trying to move around Jerry Buck. Buck the leader in 01. And Sward to the outside of your race leader. Ken Sward, a new leader. Mike Brown. Mike Brown on the outside of Buck. Brown. Now Mike Brown is second. Jerry Buck back to third. The halfway signal. Jim Cruz is now fourth in car number 9. 20, Mike Brown is second. 9, Jim Cruz third. 01, Jerry Buck is fourth. Car 73 is 2 laps down. Car 73 of Randy Sword is 2 laps down. He lost those laps in the pit area. Fourth is Jerry Buck. Fifth, a good race between Baker and Townsend. Oh, white flag for Kenny Sword. Your John Nuckles Memorial winner in the Limited Sportsman Division here on Clark Oil Night, Ken Sword. Convincing win. Second goes to Mike Brown. Third, Jim Cruz. Fourth is Jerry Buck. Fifth, Buddy Townsend. Sword his way to another track championship. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of the season plays out. Let's hear it for Kenny Sword. This racing program underway.
21-19. Stay in the stars, big boy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the words you've been waiting for, our Grand Marshal, Pat Finley. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nick Dunleavy Jr. outside in 83, Lonnie Rush. The second row in 92, it's Donnie Ritter. 26 is Bill Cantley. In row 3, car 21, John Ballo. And 7, Bobby Edwards. Car 61 is next. That's Mike Ward. And outside of him, your fast qualifier tonight, Roger Black. Next up, we've got Carlton Smith and Craig Leist, Rich Rohr, and Danny Eves, Danny Brown, and Terry Mitchell. Mike Denny, and car 67, Joe Hill. Car number 1, Terry Humphrey, 53, Mike Miller, 4, Scott Baker, 15 is Mike Carroll, 81, Don Wetnall, 47, Larry Harris, 59, Burgess White, and 301, that's John Klein. Klein got into the race because car 39, Randy Maynard Jr., scratched from this event. So John Klein in 301 will start in place of Randy Maynard Jr. We got an official starter tonight. I had his name here a minute ago. From the Clark Oil Company. Official starter, he'll wave that green flag. Repeat winner for this event. Donnie Renner with major damage on the right front corner of that car. Tough break for him. And Mike Ward. Again, Lonnie Rush to the front. Dick Dunleavy is second. lead. It's still Vallow, Rush, Dunleavy, Canley, and Edwards. But Dunleavy holds him off. The yellow 21 your leader. The white 83 a second, that's Rush. Third, a half a lap back is Dick Dunleavy. Dunleavy is third in 11, trying to hold off Bobby Edwards now. Edwards to the outside of Dunleavy for third. And Bobby Edwards is third at 7. Carlton Smith, slow on the backstretch. He's got a flat, Smith with a flat right rear tire. Carlton Smith, a flat right rear tire on car number 19, brings out the caution flag. The Clark Oil John Nuckles Memorial back underway. Danny Eves trying to go around Dunleavy. Eves going for fourth. Forty laps down. Rush to the inside of Vallow on the backstretch. The 7 car is second or third. Bobby Edwards is third. third and 7. Now, Danny Eves is fourth in car number 9. Fifth is Dunlap in 11. Roger Black working on Dunleavy for fifth spot. Halfway. Halfway. Rush right on Barrow's back bumper. Roger Black is now up to fifth spot in car 29. Down, 40 to go. It's John Ballo, Lonnie Rush. Now Danny Eves is third, Bobby Edwards fourth. That's Jerry Mitchell. Car 9, Danny Eves, continues to move in car number 9. Five laps to go. It's Vallow, Rush, Eves, Edwards, Roger Black, Bill Cantley. To go. Continues to stalk the leader. Cantley in 26, Carlton Smith in 19. Bill Cantley out of that car, 26. The 17 car of Rich Rohr is a lap down. Laps to go, 9 laps this time. Clears the lap traffic. He is third in car number 9. Five laps to go. Struggles to stay up with the torrid pace of John Vallow. Telling us there's oil on the track from car 17, Rich Rohr. 96 laps complete. Outside of Rush for the runner-up spot. The white flag this time. The winner, the Clark Oil John Nuckles Memorial winner, his 4th John Nuckles Memorial race, John Vallow. Second is Lonnie Rush. Third, Danny Eves. 4th, I believe, was Roger Black. I'll have to get you the rundown. I'm not sure about that. The winner, obviously, John Vallow. Again, 2nd, Lonnie Rush. 3rd, Danny Eves. I believe 4th was Bobby Edwards. And 5th Your 5th place finisher unofficially was Roger Black. His 6th feature win of 1993, John Ballo. Let's hear it. Your winner of the Clark Oil John Nuckles Memorial, John Ballo.
So, John, what do you think? You going to make this an annual deal here or what? You want to make this an annual situation or what?
Well, you know, all I've been waiting was for some good luck, and looks like tonight everything went smooth for me in the race, and can't ask for more than that sometimes.
I know you've had some pretty tough luck the last couple of weeks. Had a little bang up. Looked like you had a little bang up at the beginning, but the aerodynamics didn't seem to affect the car too much.
No, I didn't hit the wheels or nothing, and just a light bump, but it just kind of wrinkled up the front end, made me drive harder.
Well, you did a great job, and we appreciate you putting on a heck of a show for the fans. My parents are here, and the folks from Winston and Clark Oil. Enjoy.
Greg Wendell, Kenny Thomas, Bubba Parsons, and Ron Mangus in the 3rd row. Next up, Mike Schweier, Fred Hartzell, Mike Hamilton, and Bruce Holmes make up the next row. Then comes Scott Bowman, and 15 is Norman Ackerman, Herb Pennington, Steve Tuttle, Jimmy Romans, Dave Dysinger, Bill Hundley, Jamie Hunt, Bill Wellman, and Don Townsend Jr., Dale Brown, Donald Parsons. Then comes Don Heavy Hill, and Bo Davis. Don Holland, the leader. Now Brian New trying to work underneath the leader, but he can't do it. Brian New now squirts underneath Don Holland. And New is out front in 41. Brian New. Greg Wendell is 2nd in car 66. Five laps down, Brian New, Greg Wendell, Bubba Parsons, your top 3. Bill Wellman, running down in the infield there. Oh, and 3 abreast into the turn 3. Now Scott Bowman goes around Mike Hamilton, now works on Bubba Parsons. Bowman in 26. And that'll be a red flag. Dave Dysinger and Fred Hartzell with big time contact over in turn number 2. Hey, we saw 2 raised hands. The winner of this event. Now 8 laps complete. Greg Wendell in 66 tries to make a move on the race leader Brian New. Wendell, the leader. Bowman now is second. 2 rookies, first and second. Bowman looks to the inside of Wendell down the backstretch. That's Greg Wendell in 66, Scott Bowman in 26. Now the man on the move back in the pack appears to be Dale Brown in 13, the current point leader. He moves around Bubba Parsons and Brian New. The cross flag signifying halfway this time around. It's Wendell, Bowman, Brown, and New, your top 4. Scott Bowman, now the leader in 26. His second race ever here at the Speedway. Bowman is out front. Dale Brown tries to work on the outside of Greg Wendell. Dale Brown in 13. Heavy Hill is now up to 4 spots. Now the race for the lead develops between Scott Bowman and Dale Brown. Ten laps to go. catching that lead pack. He is in fourth. Bowman still the leader in car 26. Don Townsend Jr. goes 3 abreast around Bill Wellman and Mike Hamilton. Lap traffic ahead for the race leader. 4 laps to go. Trash can. Dale Brown second, Greg Wendell third. To go this time. Heavy Hill now third. Dale Brown is second. Your leader is Scott Bowman. Al Brown goes for the gusto. Dale Brown to the outside of your race leader Scott Bowman. White flag. Now the race is for second. We'll see who's going to run in the runner-up spot. The winner, Scott Bowman. Second, Dale Brown. Heavy Hill third. Greg Wendell fourth. Turn out the lights. The party is over. A full night of racing action at Columbus Motor Speedway. Again, Scott Bowman wins the feature this evening. His second ever event at Columbus Motor Speedway. He'll pick up that $50 bonus. 3 racing divisions in the NASCAR Winston Racing Series. Plus, we'll be having Speedo the Clown. All right. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to have you keep in mind the Clark Oil for their support. We have also yet to figure out the fast racing engines. Fast racing engines putting up the bonus contingency award. That was won, I'm assuming, by 26. Scott Bowman. He should get that money. I assume so, because I see Bruce Mel's out there. although he's not on